Hello.
Hi, how are you?
No, how are you? We've actually met 2 years ago.
I think, yeah, it's hard for me to see on this screen. I can't really see,
Yeah, I
but
know.
good to see you again.
You were the one who poured me water.
Would you like still or sparkling?
Still, please. Wow.
That's service.
What a service.
Service with a smile.
What a service.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
did you have
yeah.
pink hair?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yes,
me.
I do remember you. Hi.
Yeah, I'm red now.
Oh, you're red
Hi.
now.
I love your hair.
Thank you very much.
It's gorgeous.
I did it because...
For me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great to revisit.
Yeah.
You know? And it's nice to meet you, Vesemir.
Hi.
And it's nice to meet you again, Jaskier. And let me start with Jaskier. Why we are seeing so little of you in the second season? Why?
It's I think one of my favorite things about this season is that for the first time we get to see this family dynamic between Geralt, Yennefer and Ciri. We've been aching for so long in season 1 to see these three characters together. The last thing you want is for me to turn up and ruin all that. We want to see those guys, so that I'm happy to watch those three take over and have the best time exploring these relationships and this new family that they're creating together. That for me is what The Witcher is about. I'm just the guy in the background with the loot.
Okay, talking about the family. The family is bigger. Now there's one extra member, Vesemir. Could you tell me about this character?
He is the oldest Witcher now, and he took responsibility of the last Witchers after Kaer was destroyed. And there was all these kids in the basement. And now they're growing up and they're out there in the fields and they're coming home to me in my home called Kaer. I was studying him through the games and how I related to the way he was integrated in nature. And that was perfect for me, you know, because I have lived in the forest for 20 years, worked in the Arctic a lot. So I understand all that. So for me, he is a person that is grounded in that. So he is in the background taking care of everything.
And so are you as Kim as well. Kim looks after us.
What's the season about? What's the main theme of this season?
I think you mentioned the right name of it, family. And you also did with couples together like that as a family, you know. But still, we have to remember because I missed Jaskier also in this season, but this love and friendship is also very important because you come in the right time, and the way Geralt's friends are trying to help the world through what he's doing in this season is a very, very good point when it comes into the end. And so it's also about that. So for me,
it's about choosing your own family, isn't it? Not everyone gets to choose their family, but these are three. What we often forget is they are three orphans, coming together and just doing everything that they possibly can to survive in a world of turmoil and war.
But when I saw you, when you have this meeting again with your friend, I saw something different this time, of deepness, that you are now a family with him. It was like you were searching for him. I know you're joking, but you have the beautiful balance between joking and really what your emotionally stuff is.
This is what happens. He starts to compliment me in interviews, and I just start to go,
but it seems like everybody's searching for a family, you know, everybody's searching for that right now. We need it. This season we're going down, it's very dark and it's very, very heavy. The monster is taking over. We have no control of it anymore, you know. So more than now and ever, you needed a family. You need more than good friends. You need blood, you need families, you know, you can trust.
Yeah, and there's also heartbreak, the one that you're singing about. You have a new song, Jaskier. You have a new song, which is not as catchy as Doesn't Coin to a Witcher, because it's much more complicated, musically. But tell me, what has changed in season 2 for you in general? Because there is a change. You can feel it watching new episodes, that something has changed. What is it?
I think when we leave Jaskier in season 1, having with a huge rift between him and his best friend, and when you do lose a best friend, or when there is something that comes between you as friends, it becomes what we start to see is Jaskier no longer defining himself by that friendship. He is now trying to find his own way. He's trying to land on his own 2 feet and carve out something of his own identity within this continent, as an artist and as a human being. And so we get to see a more emotionally vulnerable character. We get to see someone who's willing to actually do something with his life and no longer tell other people's stories, but maybe perhaps start to live his own a little bit.
2 years ago, we've met in person.
Yes.
Now we meet
through
Zoom, and it's
sad.
Heartbreaking. Sorry, it's horrible. But you had to work during very difficult circumstances, COVID and things like that. Was it really so difficult? Tell me about it.
Well, I mean, the first thing we always say about this is that essentially not many people were working during the pandemic. Not just within the industry that we work in, but around the whole world. So the fact that we were even able to come back to this season, having shot a little bit of it, and then the pandemic hit, and then we came back after the hiatus, we all arrived, no matter what the challenges were, no matter how difficult it was going to be. Everyone was in full PPE and social isolation and all the restrictions of filming. We turned up on set every single day and thanking our lucky stars that we were even able to try and do something. And it was also, but those limitations kind of also gave us loads of license to try and find creative solutions. So we shot the entirety of the season 2 in the United Kingdom, and you can't really tell because it does look magical, and that's thanks to the VFX team, but also the little pockets of the UK that no one ever goes to, places where I'm from, like the north of England. And the idea that like a huge Netflix show like this is shooting down the road from where I grew up is kind of baffling to me. Those are the sort of sentiments we had every time we were faced with those challenges. We said to ourselves, yeah, but we still get to do this. We still get to tell these stories. And that, to me, is what I cling to every day, really, even though I wish I were there with you as well.
Well, I wish we will meet next year.
Yeah,
or,
absolutely.
I don't know, in 2 years. I hope that season 3 will be in next year.
Oh, I'm coming back to Poland. They can't stop me. I can't wait.
So feel welcome. And just to say goodbye, I need to tell you that I loved this season.
Oh.
I really like it. Yeah. And it's different, and there's something new. And thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
It was really nice to see you.
Really
nice
lovely to see you again.
Too.